So at the convention, when I seen Mad Spidey, he had some books for me from an American seller who donated some books to a cause to help raise money for donations for brain cancer cause, which was done by Old Wolf. And he sent the books, and Simon finally brought them for me. So on the front of the books, we had a letter from Kyle, Silver Age Kyle. Hope you enjoy this trip through comic history, and thank you again for such a generous bid. Peace and love, Kyle. Kyle is a very knowledgeable and awesome part of the community. So when he put this stuff up, I was glad to put the bids on. Also, along with it, he sent some sand in the bag, and it says sand from Urajima, recovered January 1990. So that's pretty cool to have. Now, the books that he donated to the auction are very old stuff and stuff that I've never seen before in Australia. So we have the latest adventures of Foxy Grandpa. So these books are single-paged comics. It's very fragile, so I don't want to be handling it too much, but these books is from the 50s. Along with that, I got some pages from the Punch series. So as you can see, this is from May 7th, 1884. So nearly 100 years before I was even born. And there's a few Punch pages. May 17th. Oh, sorry. There's first page is disconnected. There is a little 5-6 page run. Sorry, this is the book. And then was also a Chums. This one doesn't stay out. From February 28th, 1914. And there is also a Chums from January 31st, 1914. And the last item that came as part of the auction win was a Looney Tunes from February, if I'm right, 1957. An early book with an awesome cover of Bugs Bunny and Sylvester. So in the week after the convention, it was a crazy week trying to get everything packed away from the show and sort through everything just to chase up what was sold and what was happening. And then at the same time, I received a package from overseas. As you know, I sent some books in to get signed by George Perez before his passing, and then they got signed by some other writers and artists as a tribute to him. So I'll leave a link to my previous video showing the other books I received. So this was the second bunch of books that came separate from a different signing. So let's open these. So there should be 7 books in this run. Not all of them are mine. So me and a mate sent in books together. So we'll start off. We have a New Titans number 60, which is signed by Marv Wolfman. We have Crisis on Infinite Earths number 1. Again, all these books are signed by Marv Wolfman. So we have a Batman 442 with an awesome cover. We have a Tale of Teen Titans 44 signed by Marv Wolfman. Obviously, first appearance of Nightwing. Now, there was 2 copies of that set. One was mine and one was my friend's. We have a Crisis on Infinite Earths number 7, which is the death of Supergirl. And lucky last book was the New Teen Titans number 1, which was signed by Marv Wolfman. It would have been great to have these books signed by George, but having Marv sign them is great too. The final thing I received in this week, I received a message from a seller who found out that I was chasing some early X-Men books, and he had the book and he sent me some photos and an offer, and it was too good of a deal to pass up. So I was able to knock one more book off the X-Men run that I need. So we have an X-Men number 4 CGC slabbed 2.0 with the X-Men title card on top, if that's what you call it, special insert. And obviously this is the first appearance of Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. With this book, takes me down to only needing number 1 in my collection to finish series 1 from 1 to 546. I need to upgrade some of the lower books because they're a bit low quality, but if I get the number 1, it means my set is complete. This cover display is awesome, especially for a 2.0. Besides some edge wearing and some color missing, doesn't really not display good. So I was very grateful to be able to get this book in my collection.